Hello everybody, Dustin back. Celeborn Dark Flame. I'm gonna do a little haul video. This light is not completely perfect, but whatever. I'm using my book light again, which it gives me better light than just my light over there. um, I will eventually get my camera and everything set up in front of, once I get my room is a mess right now, my witchy area. I'll have my videos starting over there once I get my area cleaned out and get my chair moved over and all that, and all that fun stuff. Let me actually look and see about moving. Or wow, that makes this look like really red right here, but it's not, it's just shadows. Let's try this. That's a little better. Anyway, so let me see about showing you over there. Okay, so that's my witchy area. It's a mess, I know, right now. That's the shelf right there. This right here that I will be sitting in front of. So there's my fish tank. Okay, so let me turn you back around. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so once I get everything set up and the way that I want it, that'll be my little area over there, and yeah, I think it'll look good. Anyway, so the book, I got a few books. This is this is sad is what this is. I've got, let's see, set 8 books over here. I think I still have 19 coming. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see where these are all going to fit, because as you've seen, my shelf is pretty full. But I've got to move and rearrange a lot of stuff, so I'm going to actually I'll probably make a couple of short videos here, so you may see this shirt here in a couple videos. And my crystal keeps going into my shirt, which I want it out. Anyway, so the first book that I'm going to show you is something that Ember also has. I ordered it, and then she showed it on one of her haul videos, so just so you all know, I'm not like trying to copy her. Anyway, it is the Pagan Book of Halloween. And I'm only about 30 pages in, but like I am completely enthralled in this book. I mean, it's a small book. It's not like huge or anything. This is the front of it, which I love. And it's a complete guide to magic incantations, recipes, spells, and lore. It's by Jarina Dunwich, and but yeah, I've completely gotten into this book and I love it so far. It goes really into not a deep history, but an explanation or explanatory history of Halloween, what it is, where it came from, how it evolved, where the phrases trick or treat came from even. So it's kind of a complete background of our heritage as far as Wiccans, Pagans, Druids, all of that. I mean, there's everything from Celtic to Druid to Wicca to paganism, neo-paganism. All of that is in here so far that I've read, and there's some neat little recipes, some information. In fact, the section that I'm in right now is Halloween, a pagan perspective. Wait, no, I've already passed that part. That's the pagan section. No, I'm still in that part. Um, the next section is like Halloween legend and lore. It talks about different things. Like the one that I'm in right now, it talks about, oh, the symbols of Halloween. That's what I meant. Like the bat and the jack-o'-lantern. Ghosts and skeletons. I mean, it's a really, really interesting book, and anybody that's interested in learning about Halloween or Samhain, which it says Halloween on the front, but and it's got a lot of Halloween through it, but it also calls it Samhain, and tells about the sacrificial elements that used to happen during Samhain back in the early days. But yeah, I mean, so far for a little book that's 175 pages probably. Yeah, 175. It is a nice little book. Full price, $11. Not that much, really. I didn't pay full price. I got mine for like $3 or $4. Actually, I think it was 4 something. So, awesome little book for anybody that wants to read up on our lineage and our past and all that. A lot of this is going to be probably going into my grimoire because a lot of this is good information into my reference section of my book. So the next one we will talk about is this one. I guess we'll go. I haven't actually gotten into this one yet. I just got it a few days ago. I have a couple of her books, Silver Ravenwolf, and I'm sure most of you have seen, if not read this, and it's to ride a silver broomstick. Basically, it's finding there's information in here about finding your magical name, celebrate Sabbats and Esbats, create sacred space, cleansing, consecrating, and charging objects, design and perform rituals. If you're new to the craft, then this is a really good book for you. Along with the Solitary Witch, which, like I said, I have a second copy of that over here. It's really just a informational book for me. I love having these on hand. That way, if I'm looking for something that I don't want to have to sit down and take the time to really make my own up at that point, I can go back and I can go to these books and I can look and see, okay, well, I'm looking for this, and I find pieces and bits, and I put it all together. So once I have my grimoire, then I will, because that's going to have a lot of stuff in it. I mean, lots. There's a lot of pages if you've all seen it, and I can actually add pages to that. I probably won't add pages to it because I don't want it to be too huge, and I want to leave enough room that I can actually put pressed flowers and little clippings and things like that in there that I find that I'm drawn to. But this right here, this is good for anybody that is starting out. I highly recommend this type of a book, which I recommend any of Silver Ravenwolf's. I mean, she's a really good writer. She has a lot of knowledge that you can learn and go through. I mean, the first parts of this, It actually starts out with like magical jargon. I mean, that's one big thing that newbie witches are going to need, is they're going to need to know the magical jargon, because if they get on and they're listening to uh, me or Tequila, Lady Gravedancer, or Ember, or Sunshine, any of those seasoned and well-known entities of YouTube, um, we use jargon. We use a lot of jargon. So it would be beneficial for people that are newbies to have this type of information, because a lot of times we don't take the time to sit and say, oh, well, when I say, let me just pick a word here. Let's see. Where'd it go? Here we go. Oh, wow. It's got a lot of words in here. Let's just use this one, because I actually don't even know this one. Pictish witchcraft. Scottish witchcraft, and attunes itself to all aspects of nature, animal, vegetable, and mineral. Sounds like a song. It is a solitary form of the craft, and mainly magical in nature with little religion. So if somebody was to say that and you're a newbie, you're probably not going to know what it is. I didn't even know what it was until I just looked at it. Kitchen witch, I mean, we know what it is. Somebody new to the craft that's just learning probably doesn't. So, but it gives like hereditary witch and Dianic tradition and eclectic witch, which pretty much is kind of what I am. This gives you, and that's at the very beginning. I mean, I'm literally saying at the beginning of the book. It's like page 11. I mean, literally the beginning of the book. So, but there's a lot of good knowledge in here. Finding your magical name. I probably want to read that just because I just decided on my magical name. Which obviously is going to be on my YouTube channel, Caliborn Dark Flame. And I just realized after deciding that I've always been drawn to the name Dark Flame. I mean, that's just been me. The first name I took a little while to find, and Celeborn is Elvish for silver tree, but Dark Flame, and I noticed that it fell in line with the goddess that I am trying to work with, and which is Hecate, which a lot of people, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, to you, I mean, there's different ways. I pulled it up and looked at it. The original was Hecate. Some people call it Hecate. Some people call it Hecate. But I personally feel as it should be Hecate. That's just my feelings. And those of the people that aren't aware, she's the one that guided Persephone out of the underworld and all of that, and she carries a torch, and she's protected by dogs or spirit dogs, and then she's also, I mean, she's related to a lot of different things. She's also, in fact, I can't pull it up, it's on my phone. So the flames, the flames that she uses, that's I was like, wow, okay, so I picked that name, but then I started trying to follow along with her, and I was like, that's a good match. That's a strong match for a name. Um, then the next thing I noticed is that she was that she's a goddess that is known for herbalism and medicinal as well as poison. Um, she's also a guardian against evil entities, but she also will refuse to deter and sometimes have dark energy or forces ensue on or pursue somebody. So I kind of dig it. So anyway, so back to this book. Enough about my followings. I'll make a whole different video on it, and I'll give you a bunch of information that I researched and what I found in these books. I'm behind on reading those because I got stuck reading this other book. I didn't get stuck. I just started reading it and didn't stop. So anyway, but to ride a silver broomstick, I would highly recommend it to any newbie. I would highly recommend it to anybody that just wants additional knowledge. I mean, it's knowledge is the key to anything, really. Okay, so that's enough on that one. Let's see. I don't know. This one is actually a book that I had on my watch list for the longest time on eBay. I was really drawn to it, and I'm not. Ooh, that's pretty. Not entirely sure why. The Tree of Life. Oh, okay. Anyway, I found this in a used book. On a used books thing. It's a Llewellyn book. This is called The Spirit of the Witch. Religion and spirituality in Contemporary Witchcraft. And it's by Raven Grimassi. I hope I'm saying that right. And like I said, this was a used book, so they said, but if you look at I'm going to show you the spine of it. It doesn't look like it was actually used. I don't see any writing in it. I don't see anything like that. This book is... let's see, I'll read the back of it. A seeker of balance. Basically, the keeper of the doorway between the worlds. The witch moves with ease between the realms and of commonplace day and mystical night. Kin to fairy and steward of nature, the witch possesses a power to bless and consecrate, to call forth spirits, and to understand the voice of the wind. This is... There's a lot of information in here. Let me see if I can find that. Oh. Okay, so Raven Grimassi is a male, which I actually didn't expect that. No offense if you're watching. Okay, so here we go. So chapter 1 is the old ways. So it looks like it's going to go into talking about the practices of the old ways. And then there's In Search of the Witch, and then there's Witchcraft as a Religion. There's Becoming a Witch, which is chapter 4. The Witch in Moonlight, The Witch in Daylight, The Tools of Witchcraft, The Magical Craft. I mean, it's more information. It's an informational type of book. There's even a little section in here that talks about, let's see, it talks about how fireplaces and fires, and I mean there's just different, there's the Wheel of the Year, which actually we have Mabon coming up, I believe. I'm just getting into the Sabbats and the Esbats and all of that fun stuff. Yeah, we have Mabon coming up. I'm looking at my Wheel of the Year over here on my wall. That's I'll turn in and show you. Love that wall hanging. It was on my bed for a little while, but then I got something else to go on my bed. So anyway, so The Spirit of the Witch. It looks like it's going to be a good book. I haven't gotten into it. I will do a full review on it once I've gotten through it. Yeah, so those are 3 of the books that I've got. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here because I don't want to like bore everybody to death. I want to keep my subscribers alive. And I will make another video here shortly. You'll probably see the same shirt. And I will talk about a couple more books that I have and set them up to post probably in the next day or so. That way I'm not doing it all at once and you all get something to watch throughout the week. So I'm going to be making other videos. I'm actually going to go into probably talking about herbs, because it is a big thing with me. It's kind of a passion, and I have all kinds of herbal books. So what we might do is I might talk about a book and then maybe go over certain herbs, what they're used for, what they were used for in the old times, things like that. So if in this video, if you watched it, if you find something or if you want an herb to be talked about in a video, leave it down below. That way I can, and I'm sorry that this is shaky, I'm sitting on my bed again. Leave it down below and I will prepare a little commentary or whatever you want to call it for it. That way we can kind of go over it together. I'm going to show you something real quick that I got for those of you that know about my shop, which I'm going to leave the thing down below for it. I thought these were really cute and I'm going to use them on some cupcakes that I'm going to make. I've got to start making them very shortly because otherwise they're gonna be, yeah. I'm gonna make some cupcakes. They're gonna be made with Witch's Brew. Actually it's called Bitch's Brew, but I'll just go ahead and leave it as Witch's Brew. But I found these cute little, and they're gonna be cupcake soaps, by the way. I will make a regular soap with Witch's Brew or Bitch's Brew. But the cupcakes, I got these to go on top of them. Aren't they freaking cute? Use them on my, put them on my fingers. Anyway, I got these to go on top of them, so I thought that was just the cutest little thing. They're going to be black bases. So they're going to look kind of like a cauldron with a green top on top, so it looks like witch's brew. so, um, so yeah, that's just kind of a little insight onto what's coming up. Um, so yeah, until the next video, many blessings, and like my videos if you like it. Like my videos if you like it, that sounds great. If you like my video, click the thumbs up button. There we go. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. That way you can see all the crazy shit that I talk about. So until next time, like I said, many blessings, and I will see you then. Bye.